Hi everybody, this is Emily from the NetZoom team here to talk to you about Hydra cabling. NetZoom implements a powerful cabling and connectivity feature which allows users to customize their own standard cables and cords. But often the question is asked about Hydra cables. With today's stringent loss budgets and space constraints, more and more data centers are choosing to implement Hydra cables for connecting directly from MPO patch panel systems to the LC interface on active networking or SAN equipment. As we've discussed in our previous connectivity video, NetZoom allows you to define custom cables and make port-to-port connections between your devices. NetZoom also includes tools for defining Hydra and Octopus cables in your enterprise. In this video, we'll go over the steps on Hydra connectivity as well as defining a custom Hydra cable in NetZoom. First, let's log into NetZoom. Enter your NetZoom application server URL in the web browser. Then enter your username and password. Let's navigate to the Edit Data Center feature under the Data Center menu. This will allow us to make ad hoc changes to our data center. If you've watched our previous video, you'll know that connections between two devices in NetZoom involve selecting those devices in the connectivity wizard and connecting them with a cable. But what if you have a one-to-many connection or a Hydra connection, or even a many-to-many Octopus cable? Let's look at an example. Select the Network Connectivity Quick Action to launch the Connectivity Wizard. Then, we'll right-click on this fiber patch panel and click Add Device to left pane. As you can see, that device's ports are listed on the left pane here. Then, we'll add this network device to the right pane, and as you can see, that device's ports are also listed. Just like in our previous connectivity video, we'll make a connection by selecting the ports we want to connect and clicking the Connect icon. The Pick Cable form pops up once again. We're going to select the MPO to LC cable, which as you can see is a Hydra cable. Unlike our previous video, when we select this cable, you'll notice that it allows us to choose which ports to connect to each side using these drop-down lists. This looks fine, so for now we'll just click Select and accept that default. Now that we've made our first connection, we need to connect more ports using the same cable. However, as you can see, when we select another port on the destination device, there is no option to make a connection because this port is already cabled. All we need to do is navigate to the cable we just added. We'll navigate to the fiber patch panel's rear slot 1 where the cable was, and as you can see in this port, this is the cable we just added. Right-click and add the cable to the left pane, and now you'll see that the cable's ports appear in the connectivity wizard. At this point, you simply need to select the port you want to connect from the cable with the port you want to connect on the device and click the Connect icon. We've now created a one-to-many connection. We could connect each port of this cable with different ports in the patch panel and network devices to truly model our Hydra cabling in NetZoom. Now that we know how to use a Hydra cable in connectivity, let's talk about adding custom defined ones into NetZoom. If you've seen our existing connectivity video, you'll know that cables can be custom defined as basic models. Navigate to the Basic Models feature under Inventory. Now let's search for a cable. Click the Device Library Quick Action to pull up the Device Library search window. Now we'll search for the cable we need. I happen to have a cable in mind from the manufacturer Data Center Systems, so I'll select them in the manufacturer drop-down list and click Search. Here you can see a cable with 8 ports on either side, an Octopus cable. We'll drag and drop this into our cables storage in Basic Models, and as you can see, the Add Cable form pops up. This is where things get interesting. In order to customize this cable as an Octopus cable, we need to custom define its ports. We can do so by checking Define Custom Ports. As you can see, we have some new options to work with. We're going to need to define front and rear ports for our cable. Remember, each port must have a unique name, and we'll add 8 ports and click the plus icon. As you can see, 8 ports have been added to the quote-unquote front. We'll add the prefix R for rear and 8 on the rear and do the same. Then we'll click the Save button, and our cable has been added to Basic Models. Remember, Your cable must be approved before it can be used in connectivity. That covers the basics of Hydra cabling in NetZoom. But remember, connectivity is a huge part of modeling your data center, and this video is just an overview. Please check out our other videos for more tips on how to use the NetZoom product. And if you're interested in trying out NetZoom for your own data center, you can visit netzoom.com to schedule a free demo.